Hey guys, it's your girl Chunk here, and today this is a studio vlog. So I'm starting my day with some chocolate chip pancakes with syrup on it, and I'm watching a movie. And after the movie, I usually go on my daily walk. So that's what I did. I went on my daily walk, as you seen at the very beginning of the video. And here, I've been doing it because I did gain weight with over the years, and I don't want to keep gaining weight, so I want to stay healthy by doing walks, which helps me stay fit because I'm not fully into all that exercise and stuff, but I've been trying to get a little bit in. But as I explained to you, all this shop update and stuff for this going forward, I will be showing you me working on packaging my Fever Dream collection from June's monthly mail club. And also I'll be showing off, as you see in the corner, my monthly mail club for August, and which is gamers and gaming stuff. So mostly portable games. That's what I'll be doing. So just background for what's going on in background. Like I said, I was explaining it in this picture, like with the word search. The background of the word search is the back end I want to use for my packaging, but not the word search itself, because that's for the mail club. It's just the back that I made for the word search with the little different colors that fit the colors of that theme, is what I was saying I wanted to use, which you'll see later on in the video. But anyways, so quick shop update. I'm closing down until next year. So yeah, not to panic or nothing. I will be moving again. That's the only reason. And I will have to pack all of my stuff, move to another state. And yes, I know y'all probably thinking, if you do watch my stuff, like, didn't you just move a couple years ago? Yes, I did. And yeah. So due to everything like happening with my nephew, as if you've been watching, you know, my 10-year-old nephew passed at the beginning of the year in March. And everybody's grieving hard body, and still being in the house where he got sick and before he went to the hospital and passed away, it is a lot of memories. It is too much on everybody, and that's why we're moving. And yeah, so it's a lot. Which I had closed my shop down for a couple months and opened it back up in May. I closed it down in March, in April. I just, there's not more really to say. It's just, when you're grieving, you're grieving. There's nothing. It's hard to keep things moving right now. So closing the shop for a month or two, which was like a little helpful because I didn't want to get depressed and just fall into that stoop. It seemed like it was helpful at first, but going on into like months like July, where if you've been following so far, July is like a month that me and my nephew just really enjoyed. Between that and Easter, it was just like, for us too, like, it was just really special for us, like the stuff he liked and the stuff I took him to do during the summer, like the carnival and stuff. Those were like really hard memories for me. So in July, it was really hard for me to do stuff. And just this whole year, since it just happened in March, this whole year is going to be a hot mess. That's all I'm saying. Grieving is not no joke, especially the loss of a kid. So it really is hard for me and my family. So we're moving. We're trying to keep our heads up. But I think since we're moving right now currently to another state, and I do have to close down my shop, I think it is best for me just to close the shop for the rest of the year, because I'm telling you now, this summer is not going to be helpful. And when it comes to my birthday in October and stuff like that, is not going to be helpful. So, that's the update. But I'm not closing my shop down for good, because I also can't sit still. So like, whenever I get depressed and upset and dealing with grieving, my outlet is art and still drawing and making stuff. And that was what I did in with the mail clubs, and I felt like that was just really nice to do, and I really loved it. So I will be rerunning my mail clubs at the beginning of the year. So no, next year, that the same month, like, when I started May, June, July, and August, where you're not going to have them same exact themes. I'm probably just going to push them up to start off the beginning of the year to give people that chance. And plus, I did start my mail club in the middle of the year, so I feel like it's kind of unfair with the little sticker thing I have on the side that you get in the monthly mail club on a card. You're supposed to mark off every month. I feel like it's unfair because I'm supposed to give out free stickers for those months, but starting in the midst of it, it just kind of seemed unfair for the majority of the people who would like to had actually got mail that time and got stuff. So, I really just decided, hey, why not just close down? It took me a while. I've been thinking that, but yeah, it technically is not closing down all the way. I'm going on a break, a hiatus, or whatever people want to call it. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking a break and spending the rest of this year, once I move in and settle in, I will be, fixing back up my business area. I will continue to work on the stuff I'm working on. I will be pushing out, and there was a lot of new stuff that I was planning to release this year that I had spoke about plenty of times. All of that stuff is just going to get pushed back to next year, and it sucks because some stuff was already pushed back from last year to this year, and I just had to push it back again. So, like I say, great stuff just probably needs, it takes time, and it's going to take time with grieving and healing and dealing with all that. So the best bet for me is to close my shop down, continue to work on stuff. I already, because going through all this, been slacking off on, definitely on YouTube, and it really showed up here. And then I've definitely been slacking off on all my other platforms like TikTok and Instagram. So I really focus on them 3 platforms, and I really haven't been able to. Now, I might still post on Instagram just because I don't want my page to go too stagnant, because I did that with TikTok when I first moved, and I haven't posted, and I seen my follower count drop bad, and I was almost to 1,000. I know I said this plenty of times, and I really was, but to see my account go from around 900 to almost 1,000, just drop low back to 600, was a lot. So I will randomly post as I've been doing now, but the shop and stuff, after my listings run out on Etsy, that's it. August mail club is still going to be available because I'm still obviously packing my stuff in August, so you got to the end of August to get the stuff. All of my other listings, like I said, once they run out, that's it until next year, and I'll re-upload everything. And also rebranding, I did explain this as sometime in the middle of this year or at the beginning of this year, that I'm changing my Chunky's World to Chunky's World Studio. Not a big change, but I do need to add studio into my logo, so there might be slight changes with that, because as an art business that's doing art in various ways and the stuff I do, studio do make sense, because I am technically a little studio working on my own stuff, even though it's just me, myself, and I. So the best bet is just start adding studio into everything. Like I said before, everything, some logos is not going to have a studio on it, but I'm trying to just rebrand everything to say Chunky's World Studio in general. So like, if I could change my name on Instagram and stuff, it's going to say studio and stuff. So definitely wait for the rebranding of that. The colors, everything else staying the same, because I would not be myself without yellow. My bright soul, it needs my yellow. I love the yellow since I was a kid. That was always my number one favorite color. As an adult, you would have thought that I would have dropped it. It got pushed back because of green just once, but it's okay. It's okay. Yellow's still number 2, and it will be back 1. Always. Technically, I always say it's still number 1. Green is just number 2, and it's just the one I use the most, but not when it comes to my business. But anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed adding to my collections already too. So I will, like the mail club and stuff, them collections, most of them will definitely have bundles. I'm just going to start dropping bundles of my artwork with like all the products, because me personally, when I shop, if there's a collection of stuff, I would like to shop the whole collection. Now, I know everybody don't want to, because everybody don't like every single thing in it, but I'm just going to have like at least bundles available for small portions of it. Sorry guys, getting tongue-tied. But anyway, small portions of stuff. And then I will also like to have some portions just individual stuff put to the side for it. Just some like how I do usually a small portion of stuff and see how it sells. And if it do and if it don't, that's it. Also, right here, as you see, I'm cutting. You can see like the roughness at the end because I need a new blade for my. This is my Cricut cutter for when I cut the vinyl, and I've been using it a lot for my papers. And oh my gosh, usually it's good, but I noticed I really need to just change the blade. It is not, you see, and there's not a lot of paper and nothing. It's just got terrible because the blade is dull. But here's the backing card that I was telling you about. So the background color, I did mess up on some of the backing cards. As you can see, one side is darker and one side is also upside down, and I'm not going to use that one. So you'll see in a few minutes where I did print out one correctly. And I mean, that's just the troubles you run into as a small business. But this was just a trial paper because I had to measure inside these bags. Now my other gloss bags were I got different sizes, like 3-4 different sizes of them. So when I package certain stuff, I have to check and see what size my backing card need to be because, oh my gosh, and because I don't have it written down, I'd be forgetting. Yes, I do forget. And if I did write it down, I lost that paper somewhere in my art mess of a desk. So I just roughly like take the one scrap, put something to the side. I always put paper to the side to be scrap paper to test out. Usually I don't test it out on cardstock, but for some reason I just did it on cardstock this time. I was getting quite like, I don't know, I just was like, let me do it. Who cares, it's cardstock. But I also know like a lot of people, once they get the stickers and stuff, they're not going to pay attention to the backing cards. So yeah, and it's just the backing card because I still had to print out the top label thing and staple it in the front. And I'm sorry guys if I'm just like all over the place when it comes to like the actual names for this stuff. I promise you I know it because I gotta look it up to buy this stuff. But then like when I'm just talking and going through stuff, I get a lot of brain farts sometimes and I just be going with the flow. But yeah, I'm not gonna be going long. If you think about it, it's only a couple more months left for this year, so it will give me enough time to reset up my area. Plus, like I said, when I moved to the house I'm currently in, I had to downsize. So I had an art room, like literally art room, art space, and I don't have that no more. So you see me doing art like random places at this point, not at my desk because my desk is overflowing. But you'll see me like right here. I'm in the living room on my little table so I can watch TV and work on the stuff at the same time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next year, okay? 2027 at the beginning in January. So please do like and subscribe. And I'll catch you around. Bye-bye.